everybody. Welcome to Toad TV. Hi, I'm Mary Beth.
I didn't know I was getting a pause there. I'm Helen.
We are sisters, and we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where you can find our yarn and our bags. And we just finished doing a live update video where I totally forgot to do that whole thing because, of course, we were late. And I mean, it's us. And it was very stressed. So anyway, so welcome to Toad TV. This is a Crafty. We are the Crafty Toads. We make all sorts of kinds of things, and we like to work with our hands. And
obviously, we don't speak.
what is this? 119 or
119.
Like? I still can't get this right. All right. You can find us all over as Toad Hollow NJ on Ravelry. We are the Crafty Toads. We have a Facebook group that is called...
I would say on Ravelry, we have not done anything. You go into the group page, and there's nothing. Because that's how long it's been since we did anything on the page.
Really?
Yeah, there's no topics or anything because everything's so old.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. Anyway.
Well, we've been pretty much doing everything on the Facebook group, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we have a Facebook group called Crafting with the Toads where you can come and show us all your great things that you are making. It allows, since it's a group, it allows you to share your projects too. And it's not relegated just for knitting or crocheting or that sort of thing. So you can show us quilts and paper stuff and all sorts of really cool things.
Throw us down rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And we have a couple this week.
We have a book club there that we are reading the 10,000 Doors of January that we were supposed to do our final post on Tuesday, and guess what? We will be doing that tomorrow at the end of the month, which is really very fitting. And then we will be doing a video for that book as well, but it is called The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex Harrow. We both finished it and loved it. Everybody that has been commenting on it has loved it as well. So if you haven't read it yet, it's a great book. Go get it.
And we're starting up on Saturday, the Bromance Book Club.
Yes.
The February book for the book club.
And we will put a
link.
This
will all be down below. Also, we should say now, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And give us the thumbs up.
Okay.
Because we never, ever
we don't
say that.
It's terrible.
We're terrible YouTubers.
We really are. Okay. Anyway, we have lots of stuff to talk to you about. Not as many projects, just because we just finished doing this on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
we haven't had a ton of time. But we did do the update in the live thing, so we're not going to show the bags that are in the shop now. Because you can go back and watch. A lot of you already saw it.
Right.
And we will be showing February's fairy tale yarn because we have FOs.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I'm about to lose my glasses.
Okay.
And I will throw them across the room.
Oh my goodness, these glasses. One bit of update. We have our Harry Potter Club. February's yarn is going out tomorrow, so that most of you should be getting it on Saturday. So that is, for those of you that subscribe to it, we have one set left. This is January's yarn. It is called Owls Behaving Oddly.
It is gorgeous.
It really is. I love this yarn so much. So this is January's. As I said, there's one set left. It is listed in the store, only in the store at toadhollowNJ.com. If you would like to get it, you didn't get a chance to get it before, and you'd like to get it now, and we will send January's out with February. But only one.
The Harry Potter, the way we do our club is it goes quarterly. So you have to buy it at the beginning of the quarter. You buy the 3 months in advance, and then we send them out monthly. So the next quarter will be for sale in March.
Right.
For April, May, and June.
Right. So
when she's saying buying a set, you're buying 3 skeins of yarn.
Oh, sorry. Very sorry about that. Yes, we do dye them, and we dye them at the beginning of the quarter. So we dye a certain number, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is January's. So this everybody should have gotten by now, so that you I'm not. Oh look, there's a sale. I'm not blowing it. And okay, that's that. All right, moving on. That's pretty much it as far as admin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did the live podcast to show February's yarn, and most of you guessed what the fairy tale was, and if you hadn't guessed, you saw it in the comments what it was. But we did the Princess and the Frog because we had to do an amphibian, and stupid fairy tale people don't write fairy tales about toads. So we did the Princess and the Frog, but we decided to do the Disney one. So that meant that we got to do research, as in we got to watch the movie, which was so much fun. And what we did was we picked 2 colors to do.
Sorry.
So this is color number 1, Lewis and his trumpet. So for those of you that know the movie, there is an alligator named Lewis, and it takes place in the swamps of Louisiana. So we did green for Lewis, and the gold is kind of his tummy. And then we threw in purple because Mardi Gras. It's perfect timing. So this is Lewis, and Helen made a hat out of Lewis.
So I made
Kind of doing our FOs at the same time here, but that's
the
okay.
Tchaikovsky hat, which was Helen Stewart's part of her 2017 there we go. You can kind of see, but I have the hat, so this is the hat. This was so much fun to knit. It's knit up in DK. As I said on the live video, I adore our DK yarn. It's just so soft and squishy and fun to knit with. But you got, just every so often you throw in a purl to get some texture. And I love it. And I've had it for about a month. And I can't wear it, couldn't wear it, so now I can. Because you know, people that I run into on a daily basis would say, oh, what is that?
Well, don't you remember when we were sitting in New York, and we met Dina from Canada, who happened to know us by way of the video. So, yeah,
So
that is very, very cool.
love it.
Okay, so
And love knitting hats now.
oh yeah, Helen's going on a hat kick now. So our first color is Lewis and his trumpet. Our second color is based on the Magic Man and his voodoo dolls, and this is Voodoo.
Look at that.
So Voodoo cakes up like this. That's kind of a really messy cake because I made a pair of mittens out of them. It doesn't have to be taken off.
Okay,
It's
that's fine.
okay. So I made a pair of mittens. Don't they look awesome?
They're gorgeous.
I love them. So that is Voodoo. All the different colors of the Voodoo dolls. There's the Caribbean blue and an appley green and berry and orange, all fun colors. So that's this is February's yarn. We have it in all 3 weights: our sock weight, our DK, and our sweater.
Yep.
Okay, so that is that. I love this color. I'm thinking I have to do something in this.
Oh, I just love how it knit up. It's just
really-
so soft. I love the Voodoo because of the bright colors, but then every so often you just need a little soft color too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just looking at this because we each take one of the 2 colors that we're dyeing for the month and knit something with it. And Helen had picked this first, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'll take the Voodoo, that's fine. But now I'm looking at this and thinking I really need to do something in this because I love that. Anyway, okay, I'm just blathering. Okay, so that is February's yarn. That is available now. You can go and order it. As a matter of fact, one of those cha-chings was somebody ordering our the Voodoo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Okay. Continuing with knitting.
Yeah, this is
NFOs?
okay. So this is my knitting.
Okay.
This is all I finished because I finished my thumbs this morning just in time, and I put in like 2 or 3 rows on my blanket, but it's not enough to really make a difference. So that's my
Okay.
knitting. So go.
I finished my Miles to Go hat that I was test knitting for Liz Clothier. Love knitting this hat. Love how pretty it is.
It is gorgeous.
We're gonna go again.
I don't think so.
Okay. So, again, DK weight.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
So this is in She Sailed
I
Across
do
the
not look good
Ocean.
in hats.
She sailed across the ocean from our fairy tales. Did you say that?
No, I did not.
Okay. That is that. And
We just finished dyeing up a whole bunch of it.
yes, we did.
So,
I'm going to weigh this up.
because you might have enough for a hat.
No, I think I might have enough for socks.
Oh, okay.
I might have enough for a pair of socks
Yeah.
out of this. Unless you want to make them.
No, I made my hat. So,
I'm going to tuck this away.
all right, and then my final knitting is my cowl. I'm doing the Knitting at the Library cowl by iRock Knits. This is we sell kits of it, and it was in our Narnia collection, and the Narnia collection has been vaulted. So I am doing it up in the Dread Pirate.
There, good. Now if we can just get it closer, like that.
Robert,
Dread Pirate Henry.
on the Princess Bride. Okay, Dread Pirate Henry mini skein collection. So I had my ribbing done, and I got the first section done, which is a broken stockinette. which I
And that's in
love.
Captain Kerr.
Right, and I have started the mock cable section, which is section 2, which is just these couple rows here in Roddy the Rat, which is this. So
I'm going to be interested to see how that knits up.
yeah,
Oh, look at that blue coming
I
through.
know,
That's
it's
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
So you can see how you get every so often get the bright blue stitches.
Oh, that's really pretty. That's very
So,
nice.
This is
I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
fun knit too.
It is. They're great knits.
Right. So what I am doing is I am doing I'm on a size 7 needle. So I went up several needle sizes from what the pattern called for, and it's only like a 14 row repeat in the pattern, but I am going until I finish the 20 gram mini. So my sections will be much bigger than the pattern, but it's
So
going
it
to be
makes
a nice loose,
long, loose cowl.
loose cowl.
But
So-
not the droopy cowl.
Yeah.
It's up here, but it's not tight around your neck.
yeah. So
Very pretty.
that's my knitting.
Okay. All right. Shall we do questions and comments?
Sure.
Okay. All right. All right. Somebody suggested that we check out the Linen and Threads free 2020 stitch along.
That was such a bad thing to do.
Okay, so Debbie, thank you so much because we didn't need that. She has started doing it. It is a cross stitch along, and each month they release a different section of the pattern, and they have links on their their website, Linens and Threads, that takes you back to their 2019 and their 2018 and their 2017
Yep.
samplers that they did. They are stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely stunning. With this one, they are doing it in a square this time, and they have released like one corner, and people's stitching is gorgeous. Really gorgeous.
As a matter of fact,
And a lot of people...
I have fabric that I want to do it on.
A lot of people are doing it in variegated floss. They're using just one color, but they're using a variegated color so that it's really, really
And
cool.
if I do it, I think that's what I'm going to do. I just have to choose the variegated floss and get enough of it.
Right.
So that,
I do think they tell you how many skeins you need.
yeah.
So that's okay. I went back in the 2018 and 2017 ones, or 2018, 2019, I'm not sure. Those two really spoke to me. A lot of people did them in one solid color. I would do them in all different colors. I would pick different colors for each motif.
Yeah.
But really, really pretty. One of them has a line of bees going across, and I could just see each of the bees in different colors of the rainbow. I thought that would be really
Yeah.
pretty. Anyway.
It's
I
very
digress.
easy to pick the colors once you know what the full thing is. That's where I'm kind of waffling on the whole thing is
Do you wait until it's all done?
Right, do I wait and so I can pick different colors to do it in, or...
Do you do something completely different that you haven't done yet and just do the
Do it all
variegated
in one
thread
color?
and just do it all?
Right,
Yeah,
so
something to think
decisions are hard, and
They
so I
are.
will never make one, and...
about. Next week we will have Helen's got a new story. Kimberly wanted to know what kind of information can you give a beginner cross stitcher? She's never done it before. She thinks it looks like something that she might enjoy. So my big thing is find something small that's got lots of open space around it. That's not like full coverage.
And tons of colors.
Right. Helen's first one that she did that got us all started on this was this.
It was a kit we bought, so I got everything I needed in the kit.
So that's one way to go,
Yeah.
is to find a kit that you like and do them. Do you remember who did that?
I don't.
Is it Spot Colors?
Might be, she's one.
But a lot of people have little kits where they have like I know there was somebody that had a really pretty camper. that we
Yeah.
Actually, she may be the same one that did that.
It was. There was one. There were two. We were. It was when we were vending at TNNA, and they were across the row from us. And one, she was more irreverent, and then the other one was the pretty colors and campers. But if you search Etsy for cross stitch kits,
Yeah.
they'll come up.
And they have some really cool ones that are not like really old fashioned or anything
Yeah.
like that. The one that we got from the other place says that I self medicate with ice cream.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
But also, I would start with Ada as your fabric, not linen, just because it's easier to see the squares, and you're only going over one squares. With linen, you're going over two.
Right. And with Ada, the smaller the number, like 10, has the biggest holes.
Yeah.
And as you get up to like 18, it's smaller squares, because the Ada count is there are 10 stitches or 10 threads per inch and 14 threads per inch. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
So get a larger Ada. And
But yeah, if you pick a pattern, a nice simple pattern, and you don't get the kit, then if you go to Michael's or Joann's, you can get everything you need there.
Yep.
Mary Beth and I do not stitch with hoops. We stitch in hand, which we're hopefully going to do a video at some point to show how we stitch. But
even if you want to start with a hoop,
But if you start with a hoop, they have the hoops. It's all in the cross stitch section. And I would start with 14 or 16 count Ada
yeah.
and the DMC floss.
Yeah, and then you can just go from there and see if you like it. And if you do, then get in touch with us and we will give you designers and send you down a rabbit hole like you would not believe.
Yeah, because it was just last year that I finished this one.
This was my new
It
to
was
use
almost a
now.
year ago. It was a year ago this month that I finished this one, and we
Got started.
so
That was crazy and expensive. Okay. Sorry. Tina says she has a question about modern cross stitch. She used to cross stitch like crazy back in the 80s. And she would start a project making 2 lines down the center horizontally and vertically, making a grid, and then count off from there. So are there ways to stay on track? With our patterns that we are doing, we have, I usually start in one of the corners, either bottom left or top right, and I go that way.
But ours are small.
Right.
And again, we were talking about the coverage. They're small, they're not full coverage or anything like that. I know with the full coverage pieces, like the Heaven and Earth Designs, they call them HAIDs, where it's like you take a photograph and they make you a cross stitch pattern for it, and it's 300 pages long.
Oh my God. And every bit is stitched.
Right, but each square is a different color to get all the different shadings and everything like that. And that, I know they do the grids and with the counting off and everything like that. If I start in the middle, I fold my fold my fabric in half and then in half again, and I crease it so I get the middle square, and that's because all the patterns will give you your middle square.
Yes.
So
so they give you the middle, and that's where you can go. And then as far as staying in track, I know that some people do do a cross hatch of like every 10 stitches. They thread, they loosely baste across and up and
Yeah.
down so that they know exactly that they're in that 10 grid. But as Helen said, with ours, A, we're working with smaller projects, and B, there's lots of white space around it, and you can tell from the project, okay, so now that I've got the good in, I know where to line up the vibes,
Yeah.
and I know where to start the flowers and that sort of thing by looking at the pattern. So that that's a good way to do it. For us, for our patterns, that's the way we usually do it.
And the way I keep track of where I am is usually if the pattern's simple, I don't mark up the pattern. But for a more complicated pattern, like my spring moon, everything that's highlighted are the stitches that I've done already. So that's how I keep track.
Okay. All right. Next up. Oh, for quilting, a couple of people, both Dorothy and George, said Missouri Star Tutorials, Missouri Star Quilt Company. That actually is how we got started on quilting. We found her on Instagram, no, on YouTube, and we were just watching her videos for fun, and then we started thinking, well, I know how to sew, I can do that. So I actually have put together a tulip quilt top that I just need to figure out how to quilt it.
And her
with it.
videos are fantastic.
Oh, they're amazing.
I mean, because you can just she'll do the block with you, but then you can put a quilt together just from her video,
Right.
which
So
is
yeah,
phenomenal.
really, really cool. So if anybody is interested in quilting or starting quilting, Missouri Star is a great place to go. All right. Christine Williams wants to know that, or says that she hopes that we're going to have a spring summer sweater recommendation soon to do a knit along. I'm not sure why you want to do a knit along with us, since we have two knit alongs that we did last year, and both of ours are not. Nope, sorry, I do apologize. Helen's
finished my
Novelli is
Novelli.
finished. Neither of mine are finished.
We are knit along failures.
Oh God.
However,
so,
we do have
so bad.
ideas.
Yes.
So.
And if you guys have any sweater that you think would be a fun sweater to do as a knit along, leave us a comment below.
We're
thinking
happy.
short sleeve.
Yeah.
For spring and summer, probably fingering weight because it's spring and summer. But leave comments down below if you think of something that you'd like to do a knit along with us, and we'll go through them and see.
And we're happy to host and jump on the bandwagon and start it at least.
Yeah, I'm really good at starting. I'm just not very good at finishing. So that's all right. Those are my questions and comments. Would
Okay.
you like to move on to cross stitching?
Sure.
Alrighty.
I have 3.
I have 2, so why don't you start?
Okay. Well, all right. So we were talking about my spring moon. Again, we just showed these on Sunday, so I don't know whether there's significant progress.
That's why I'm not showing very much.
Noticeable
Because
progress, I guess.
we were just here.
So this is my spring moon. And pretty much my progress has been the green, the bright green stitching over here. So, but I just love to show it because I think it's so pretty.
It is gorgeous. And it's showing up so nicely on that fabric.
Yeah.
It really is.
So it's The Spring Moon by Alessandra Adelaide. And we link everything in our show notes. So, if you would like to be enabled, you may purchase the patterns.
My new start Tuesday, every Tuesday I'm starting something new, and by starting I mean I'm picking one of my older whips and starting it again. I picked out Spring from Country Spirits collection. It's called Scenes of Spring.
It's Homespun Elegance is
Okay.
the vendor.
Okay, so it's from Homespun Elegance, and that's what it looks like. And I had just finished, when I started this for Stitch Mania, sorry for all the plastic rattling, you would think.
As bag makers, we would keep our cross stitch in something other than a Ziploc bag.
Okay, sorry about that. I had my thread in front, so I'm trying to get it out of the way. Okay, so when I had done it for Mania, all I had was this green going across the bottom. So since then, I have added a flower, started the finished the S for spring. I have a little birdhouse, a bluebird, and this is going to be P.
And you got so excited about it.
Oh, it's so much fun. I really enjoy doing letters. Who knew?
Because we were, neither one of us, we do like Merry Monday, and neither one of us was that excited about our Christmas cross stitch.
I think it was Monday. I think it was just
Yeah.
because Monday was a
Because
Monday.
I'm thinking I'm going to make Monday spring.
So that
Because
is
you
where
gave
I
me
am.
bunnies for
I did. I gave you
my
some Easter
birthday,
ones
so I think I
that
could
are
start
pretty.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I am right now. I am really enjoying this. I also like this long, thin type of thing. You know,
Short and sweet.
yeah, you can get it done.
Yeah.
And I like letters. I like doing letters. So I am working on that right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So that was my New Start Tuesday.
I have my Cinderella by the Little Stitcher. My stitching is getting boring because I'm just showing the same thing time and time again. But it's Cinderella. Hopefully by next week it will not be boring anymore. Because I have to finish filling in the coach, and then I have 2 more mice, and then just a border to go across the bottom.
Wow.
And then this baby's done.
I love hers. I really do.
Again, short. I mean, it's taken me a while, but I
Do
love
you know
it
what it
because
is?
it's small.
It's manageable.
Yeah.
But it's intricate too.
Yeah.
So that there's all different little things all over.
I mean, what she did with this dress is just spectacular.
Oh, it is. It really
It's
is.
so pretty. So, and I love I didn't love doing them because it's just a lot of random stars and stitches. But the gold makes all the difference. Those gold little stars. It's
Oh, yeah.
just like, ooh, look, sparkly. Bippity boppity boo.
Right. Well, no, that's the thing, you know. And it's to begin with, it's just like, oh, I hate
Yeah.
doing this. But then when you see the finished product,
And is there any point to just put these random stitches? Because some of them are stars, but a lot of them are just like single confetti stitches. But now looking at it on the camera, it's just like,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So,
Continuing with Little Stitcher, I have changed Witchy Wednesday to Wizard Wednesday because I finished my Halloween mice last week. So now I am doing the Wizard of Oz. This was my new start from last week, and I love it so much that I'm keeping it going. And I had finished. Okay. So I had finished Dorothy.
I like this fabric.
Yeah. I finished Dorothy and Toto, and I have now added this flower, and I'm about halfway done the
I love the
scarecrow.
colors of that one.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And she has nothing going across the top?
Not across the the Wizard
Okay.
of Oz is on top.
Because mine, see the
It's got the
same
border on the top.
designer,
Yeah.
so yeah.
No, this one doesn't. She's a little bit different.
But she's got a Red Riding Hood one.
Beauty and the Beast, I think.
I think we have the Alice, right?
We have Alice. We have Anne of Green Gables. We have Mary Poppins
And you've started Anne.
and Alice
Did you start Alice?
and Mary Poppins, I think. However, it's
Okay.
like 2 stitches.
Oh, okay.
It's ridiculous. So that if you wanted to start
Yeah.
a new one, you could definitely take one of those and do it. But I love her patterns because you've got a little bit of writing, and then you've got some flowers that are small enough that you can get them done at one time, so that you see some.
You finished a very specific, like the spring moon. It's like, oh great, I did a blob of green.
Right.
Whereas this, it's like, look, I did a flower.
Right,
In one
or-
sitting, I did a flower.
I did a Tim Woodsman.
Yeah.
You know, with that kind of thing, so that you're really getting something
Plus
done.
her stuff, I love the size of it, and I'm loving the idea of maybe like, like we have throw pillows that are the fairy tales, or right?
Yeah. Really
So
liking
because
this.
she has all the fairy tales and our favorite books like Mary Poppins and
Right.
Anne,
Oh yeah, no, that would be cool.
so it just kind of fits us.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's very cool. I like that idea. Okay. Yeah, no, I do. I really, really like this. I like her. I like her designs. And there was. Oh, are you doing her colors?
no.
Called for colors?
No, she
'Cause-
was DMC, so I just went with because we didn't have the DMC. she
But
called for.
you went close to the colors.
Yeah, I mean this is her coloring.
Because I like her color choices
Yeah.
too.
And the only thing I did that I changed up was you can see the outline of my coach and the accents I did in the brown, and she just did it in a darker orange so that it's not as accentuated, and I liked it to be accentuated. So
But her color choices are fantastic.
yeah, because who would think of turquoise? You would think baby blue or something
Right.
for Cinderella's dress. And I love the turquoise for the vines of the pumpkin.
Right. And then mine is very earthy, very farm
Yeah.
for the Wizard of Oz, so it works perfectly. Anyway, that's my take on
Yeah.
the little stitcher. So for anybody who wants to go find a really cool designer, she is on Etsy as The Little Stitcher. And she's a very nice
Yeah.
person to deal with. I liked working with her.
Again, link below. So my last is my Emerald City by the Owl Forest. It's her free sampler that she did. I really don't think I got much further. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, so on Sunday, I gotten the cyclone done, and now I've added the bits of Yellow Brick Road.
Cool.
So, and I'm doing this on 32 count linen. And I still haven't gotten up to get the thread I need for the door.
We still need to get that for you. All right. That is it for my cross stitch. You?
That's it for me, I'm done.
Okay.
That's
All
it
right.
for my crafting, because we didn't have time for quilting,
No.
because we do our quilting on the weekends.
And all our sewing time went to
Making bags.
making bags. All right. Okay, this is totally out of order, but I'm seeing this on the table. I don't think I held this up. My mittens are the 3-stitch waffle mitten by Zortified. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. So if you want
It's a great
the
mitten
mitten pattern,
pattern.
it is. This is my second set of mittens that I've done in this pattern, and I'm going to make more because I want lots and lots and lots of
Yeah.
mittens. All right. So that is it. We have talked about Harry Potter. Oh, we should do that because that came.
So we got our color and cotton fabric and floss for the month.
All right. So our fabric this month, Helen gets the linen. So she got Belfast linen 32 count in Camelot, which is a bluey gray.
Which is the one that I'm...
Very pretty.
Oh, no, I can't because it's not big enough. I was
Um,
thinking of it for if I wanted to do the linen sampler, but it's not big enough.
That's because it's a square, but if you did one of the other ones from past years,
Yeah,
it
right.
would work.
Yeah.
I get
Anyway.
16 count Ada, and mine is Copper Kettle. For some reason, the Ada is funky colors, and the
Yeah,
linen is
Mary
very
Beth always gets bright colors, and I get
muted.
muted colors.
But this is very cool. And then we get 2 different types of floss. We get her brights,
we get the all colors,
and
which
then
are
we
the brighter
get
ones, and then we get the primitive colors. So these were the all colors. So the blue is King's Blue. The middle is Sedona, and then Jack-o'-lantern.
and then the primitive colors are Roanoke, bronze, and seaweed.
Love the seaweed.
I actually think these are new. We thought that we had gotten these before, but I think we got ones that are a green and a pink
Oh, okay.
rather than the brown. So that is the colors for the primitive. Very pretty. Very,
Yes.
very pretty. We like these a lot. All right. That is that. Okay. On to reading and watching.
Yes.
What are you reading?
Currently, I am reading Waiting for Doggo.
I finished this book. It's by Mark Mills.
I think you can only get it in England.
I don't know.
But we will try and find a link for it.
My mother loved it so much. My brother got it for her. She loved it so much that she sent away to England to get us a copy,
Right.
because she feels that everybody should have a copy of this book.
And then she gave up her copy to our other sister. So Meredith has read it. She's not allowed to talk about it. I'm just started it. And my Audible is Matchmaking for Beginners.
Okay. Well, I have finished Matchmaking for Beginners on Audible. And I am reading The Second Worst Restaurant in France by Alexander McCall Smith. That is my Audible one that I am listening to. I am enjoying it immensely. There's somebody in it. Her name is Chloe, and she is who I aspire to be. Minus
And
the
in
5 husbands.
The Matchmakers for Beginners, we've both decided that we both want to be Blicks when we grow up.
There you
So.
go.
I have
Okay.
a small feeling that we will have a discussion about Matchmakers.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Probably. Okay. Watching on TV.
Oh, I finished. I should
that's
say I
right.
finished. I finished After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which was somebody suggested that we sign up for Kindle Unlimited when we were looking for a library to join, so that we could borrow the ebooks and the audiobooks. So After I Do was the first one that I did from the Kindle Unlimited, and it was good. It was obviously one of her earlier ones because last year we read Daisy Jones and the Six and the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid and adored them. And this was a good book, but this was not on the level of Daisy or Evelyn Hugo.
Okay.
But very, very enjoyable read. And then
I'm going to pick that up very soon.
yeah, because she's an interesting author because she picks a different medium for each. Like Daisy Jones was like a documentary style. Evelyn Hugo did magazine articles and podcasts to move it along, and,
Right.
and this one is emails.
Oh, okay.
So that it's interesting to see her evolution as her writing style.
That's cool.
And it's the first one that I've read because we listened to the other two, so I thought it was going to be interesting to see
how it
how
differed.
she handles how she holds up reading as opposed to listening. And then I also finished The Girl Before by
I can find it.
that I think I gave it like a 3 or 4 star read. It was good.
But
The people were hateful.
J.P. Delaney.
J.P. Delaney. Yeah, the people are hateful. It's a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it kept me going, and I wanted to know what was going on, and there were parts of it that shocked me. But just hateful people. So.
But if you want to do a good one, The Matchmakers for Beginners by Maddie Dawson, loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Okay.
Watching.
All right. So we blew through Cheer on Netflix. That's a documentary on cheerleading squads in college. That was fun.
One cheerleading squad in particular.
Right. Then we also watched The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. I did not think I was going to like it as much as I did. I really liked that.
That one is, it's not like, oh my God, that's so good, I want to sit down and watch it again, but it was just so well done.
Yeah.
It has stuck with me all week. There are bits and pieces of it that still come back and get you. I think that Michael Scott was very good. What's his name?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. He was not in an enviable role, but I think he did it very, very well.
Yeah.
And Billy Crudup, who would have thought
Oh my God. He was just having so much fun.
chewing scenery, but oh my God, he was so
Having
fun.
so much fun.
But it's on Apple TV, and I really can't wait for the second season.
Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it.
So
It was very, very good.
and thought provoking
Yeah.
on a very timely subject. So
Yeah. Okay. We watched the movie Downton Abbey.
that was a disappointment.
A little bit of a disappointment. I thought some of it was they're just checking in with certain characters.
There was very little. I mean, there was really no reason for it.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, here we are again.
Right.
Give us money.
So
So we-
however,
It was Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. We've been watching Hometown on HGTV. We love this show.
We are big HGTV and Food Network people.
Yeah, we pay for cable to watch 2 channels.
We pay a lot.
Anyway, Hometown. Aaron and Ben Napier, they started in their town of Laurel, Mississippi. It was on the down. It was going downhill, and they are single-handedly bringing it back.
Yeah.
And they are going through and fixing up one house at a time. And I figure if Erin Napier wants to come do my house, she can do whatever she wants because I love her stuff.
I love her style. I love their... they love old houses and they want to keep as much of the old house as they possibly can, which is, the more rundown, the better as far as we're concerned.
Yeah. We are Grey Gardens.
Yeah.
Complete with the crazies.
But when they go in and redo it, I love what they do.
Oh,
with their
have not
because some
done-
people they just get totally over stylized in one particular style where you like it to begin with, but then it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, no, everything they've done I've loved. Yeah. So they're doing that.
Plus, they're fun to watch. They're a fun couple.
Yeah, and I really liked one of the first episodes of this season. One of the actors from The Rookie, he and his wife had $75,000 that they wanted to. Their plan was they wanted to buy a house, get it fixed up because they love Hometown. So they love watching Aaron and Ben. So they decided they wanted to work with them, buy a house, get it fixed up, and then rent it to somebody in a rent-to-own basis. So that they would find somebody who needed a place to stay that could pay rent, and instead of the rent going as rent, it would be basically they're leasing the house until they own it.
And what it was, their thought process is that there's nothing like the pride of owning a home and find somebody who would not be able to own a home other than this particular situation. So
right,
it was just very sweet.
It was really, really nice. And then there's another show that we just found on HGTV called One of a Kind, where this designer goes in and learns all about the family that owns the house and then renovates the house to show them so that...
she's not doing it for resale.
No.
She's doing it to be your home.
But she's learning so much about you that she is turning... I mean, one of the people she worked with, his mother owned a restaurant, so she got one of the old menus that he used to... that was from his mother's restaurant and made it into wallpaper that was one wall of their kitchen was the menu from his mother's restaurant. I mean, it was so personal and so neat the way they did it. She really... so she's very interesting.
She's a quirky.
Yeah. And then we just started watching this season of Project Runway.
I love Project Runway. Yeah. And I was very concerned when they lost Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum. But on a recommendation from a podcast we listened to, we went back to watch it. And Christian Siriano was really very good.
He is. He is very, very good. I like him very much. When he goes through and says, I'm busy, I don't have time to wait for you. He's got a little bit of snark in him. So, really, really liking that.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been watching. Okay, so that does it for us today. Hopefully next week we will be back on Thursday and we will have a full slate of projects that we're working on because...
Yeah, we have a weekend and we have a plan for the weekend. I think we have all the pieces now.
Ah, yes, we do. I had to think back because there are several plans and I have to match up which
plans
one we're doing.
Plans are fluid, people. It probably won't be the thing that we're talking about, which is why I'm not saying what it is.
Also, I would like to point out that neither of us have started our New to You 2020 projects, and we might want to do that.
We still have 2 weeks.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, we're supposed to have done something on it.
Plus, I think the quilting is kind of new.
The quilting is kind of new.
Kind of count as new.
There was something else that I was thinking about that was kind of new, but I can't remember what it was now. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Yes. Go forth and create.
Yeah, make something beautiful, and we will see you next week.
Happy Groundhog's Day and enjoy the Super Bowl.
Okay. Get everything in. Anything else going on this weekend that we should know?
I think it's
If anybody's
Groundhog's Day
you
and
know,
the Super Bowl.
anybody's going to the Javits show for the International Gift Show to have fun at that too, because that always falls on Super Bowl. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.